Viewers, ever since 9 p.m. last evening, we have been here wondering as to who could have dared to have humiliated Wing Commander Abhinandan as he was being handed over to India. Who was this individual who threw the Geneva Conventions out of the window and at the last moment delayed the release of Wing Commander Abhinandan by 4.5 hours? Who was it that made him put out this propaganda trick? Who was it that held quite literally a gun to his head? We were being told that he was intimidated in a manner which is inconceivable to prepare a 90-second tape. Yes, a 90-second tape that was spliced 22 times. We will not play out this tape in national interest. He was asked to berate his own nation. A man, viewers, who stood on Pakistani soil and said, Jai Hind. They wanted to crush his spirit. They wanted to crush the spirit of this nation. And most importantly, they wanted to make a big drama out of it. The depraved mind behind these stunts, viewers, we have now been told by top intelligence sources, is none other than Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, a person who in this country is called an ambassador for peace, a Greek god, and most importantly, viewers, a humanist. But he is depraved to the core. Megha Prasad joins this broadcast, and Megha Prasad is going to give us some information which will stun you and shock you and peel the veneer of sophistication, pacifism that Imran Khan hides behind. Megha Prasad, these details that you have been able to access, take us through them. They are shocking.
They're shocking indeed, Rahul, and these are the details that we have been told about. This has been shared with Times Now by very reliable sources in the government of India. So obviously all of this that we are putting out right now is exactly what happened yesterday. Now I'm being told, Rahul, that yesterday from Islamabad to Lahore, the trip that Wing Commander Abhinandan was made to undertake, even before he reached Lahore, you had Pakistan Prime Minister, none other than Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, who was driving all of this, Rahul. Not only his traveling all the way to Wagah, his handover, Pakistan's entire proposal, that it has to happen under media glare, that he was forced to sit and talk about India, talk about Pakistani army, eulogize the Pakistani army, criticize the Indian media. That entire video, which was made, edited, cut and then put out on Pakistan government's Twitter handle. His entire movement, everything was controlled and driven by Mr. Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, in consultation with the ISI, and instructions then given to the Pakistani army. All this was happening yesterday, Rahul. And what we are being told is that, like I started with saying, the trip that he made, Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman, from Islamabad to Lahore, even before that you had the Prime Minister of Pakistan reaching Lahore to officiate, oversee and control all of it. Wing Commander Abhinandan, we are being told, upon reaching Lahore, was taken to an ISI office there, which is where they decided that he would be forced to say all of these things for a video, which obviously we now understand a heavily edited video. We don't know exactly what he might have said because pieces have been cut and put together to make it seem like he was trying to criticize India before his release.
And I can tell you one thing, Megha, we've looked at this video very closely, and some of our editors, video editors, who look very closely at how videos are put together have told us that at certain instances in this video, Wing Commander Abhinandan is saying nothing. His lip movement suggests that he is giving out details of his name. But the audio recording that has been done, and it's also not closely matching the voice tonality of the Wing Commander himself, that has been inserted to say all sorts of things against the Indian state. Now you're telling us, Megha, that this has been done only after Imran Khan landed up in Lahore from Islamabad, and then he personally escorted Wing Commander Abhinandan to an ISI facility where this video was made. And you can see the stark wall that he has been pushed up against. You can see, and he's been made to wear his uniform. Remember, he crossed the border in civilian clothes, in a jacket, in an open shirt, trousers. But this was made for propaganda, and you can see that he bears the marks of ill treatment. So Megha, this is very big. So you're saying that it was Imran Khan who oversaw all of this. You can see there he's in grey trousers, a jacket which seems to be sort of bluish in color, navy blue in color, and a white shirt. And he doesn't wear, and he's wearing dress shoes. But in that video, he's been kitted out in his Air Force uniform deliberately. Megha.
Well, Rahul, Imran Khan was driving it all. You know, in one line, if we have to understand what happened yesterday and why it happened the way it happened. Remember, right in the beginning, yesterday, early morning, first half, we were told that Pakistan wants all of this to be made into a huge show, a gesture of peace that Pakistani Prime Minister announced in the Parliament. They want Wing Commander Abhinandan to walk through the Wagah border into the Attari side of India, and it all should happen under media glare. That is what they intended to do. That was the plan of Imran Khan. Now we are being told that that is something Imran Khan planned with the ISI. It was his brainchild. He wanted it this way. India resisted, India protested, and even then, Rahul, they still managed to do it the way they wanted. That's why we saw, number one, the delay. That is why we saw this kind of a video that was put on the Twitter handle, the official Twitter handle of Pakistan, and then is handing over the way it was done.
Yeah, and it was put on the official handle of Pakistan and then deleted. Viewers, it was deleted because they realized that in their B-mindedness, in their peak, they had actually exposed themselves. Now, Pakistan, viewers, doesn't deserve our goodwill. He used this as a big propaganda prop to aggrandize himself. But his, as they say, he is so mean-minded, cold-hearted, that he couldn't bring himself to even rise to the occasion. And at the very last moment, tried to berate, humiliate. Yes, humiliate our brave. This is humiliation in the garb of humanity. And I want you to listen very closely to the words he used in Parliament when he said that he was going to release the Wing Commander. Listen to this, viewers. Pay attention.
सॉरी मैं एक चीज़ कहनी भूल गया एंड में हिंदुस्तान का पायलट हमने पकड़ा हुआ है हम एज ए पीस जेस्टर हम उनको उसको कल रिहा करने लगे हैं हिंदुस्तान को वापस
मैं भूल गया कहना. He said, I have forgotten to tell you. But by the way, we have detained an Indian pilot and we want to release him tomorrow. This is how much of an afterthought it was. This is not goodwill. They were always planning to use him for their propaganda. And India must make Pakistan pay, not militarily. That would be actually to vindicate Pakistan. We should make them pay in this context, only in this context, in the International Court of Justice. It's Imran Khan himself who presided over this depravity. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran supervised the recording of propaganda video using Abhinandan. Imran Khan reached Lahore from Islamabad to oversee the recording of this video. Megha Prasad has broken this story. Imran and the Pakistani ISI had planned to humiliate Abhinandan for its propaganda. More than that, he was taken to an ISI office, a safe house, most probably in Lahore, to record a propaganda video. Now, Colonel, this is standard Pakistani dirty trick.
Yeah,
Standard.
I agree with you. Imran Khan actually must have planned to have a photo operation of this prisoner being released from his country. And when he reached Lahore, probably, he realized that they have done something wrong. He became party to this recording thereafter. And thereafter, he detached himself due to whatever the circumstances was built up from the Indian diplomatic side and the media agencies like yours. And they couldn't do a tamasha of that entire release process. Having said that, brave Abhinandan had no television. He by any means did not know that what his government or his people or his media is doing for him. So that is why he asked the question, where am I? At every stage he would ask the same question till he found somebody whom he could trust. And when you are talking in sedition or otherwise, it is very easy. You are a media man, you will understand. I can frame a question to you, 30 questions which look positive, where the words like not, yes, yes, no will come, and then I can stitch them together. And this propaganda is not for you and me. They know we will not trust it. Even the intelligentsia of Pakistan is not a fool. Even the peacemakers in the world are not a fool. This is a propaganda for a $2 army they are creating with a $10 transition to India, that jihadists. So this propaganda material in a military uniform will be used to motivate those jihadists.
Okay.
And it's an easy way to do that propaganda.